Hello everyone and welcome to my organized life where I'm working on getting my life organized. So today we are going to be doing a budget for my first paycheck in February and I'm super excited. Usually I'd get excited about paydays to have money again because I was always usually really low on funds or like completely broke a few days before payday or even like a week before payday. So now I get like really excited to get paid to stuff my envelopes, honestly, so I can put more money away. I'm really enjoying that, and just the sense of security of knowing that I have money saved up for things it's just amazing, honestly. So this budgeting journey so far has been extraordinary. Albeit a little bit chaotic and kind of crazy since I'm still learning and figuring things out. But one nice thing about filming everything is I do notice that my videos get a little bit shorter each time, so we are getting there. So I use the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I bought the PDF version of it. I've got it in this binder that I've just kind of glammed up with some recollections paper from Michael's. So this is just a dollar store binder. It works really good. I love it. And then I did kind of throw in my own online resources into this as well to kind of make it my own and to fit my needs. So this is my monthly spread for February. And this is today, so our paycheck is purple. All of these in purple will get paid, so there's only two, but we're going to be saving for half of the benefits as well. So we'll go through. Here is my mock-up, and I'm just going to roll some footage on doing this, just in case you guys are interested. Hello everybody! So I just got my next paycheck figured out for the most part. So this will be the paycheck for, let's see, February 12th. So we're gonna go into February. And then we can go here. So I know people use the budget and actual a little bit different. Let's turn this light on here a little bit. So a lot of people will budget with their actual known income and then go in and put in their actual numbers as they happen. I like to go in and do my budget with my estimated income and then go in and budget with my actual income once I know. So I do have a general idea of these numbers. Okay, so I think I'm going to use purple and pink, and I'm just going to pull out one of my January paychecks for an estimate here. Okay, so we got Sev and then job number 2. So from Sev, I'm estimating to take home $785. It will most likely be more than that because I've worked a few extra hours this week already, and who knows what next week's going to be like. Oops, put that in the wrong spot. So $785 there. And then job number 2 will most likely be $320. I'm hoping to work a few extra hours to bring that up as well. So let's add those together. So we've got $785, $320, so $1,105 between the two of those. So I'm going to go in and put down the bills that, oh, this is the wrong sheet altogether.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on.
Okay, so that is all of the bills. Photoshop is in pink because that's a payment that comes off of my card, so I like to show those in a different color, that way I know. So these will be all of the bills that come out. I think it's not a whole lot, so I'm hoping to be able to put half of my benefits from this paycheck That way the next paycheck I'm not paying the full $284. So I'm hoping I can do that. So this is kind of just like a forecast for what's going to happen with this paycheck. So let's add these up. So there's that. Let's move down to envelopes. And for envelopes, I like to just kind of forecast for the absolute minimum.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on.
Alright, so that is my minimum for this. Let's add that up. Okay, and then we're going to come over to sinking funds.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Add this up.
Finding life along the way. Melody.
Okay, and then for my extra debt, I like to do my Walmart MasterCard. I like to try and put $50 on that every paycheck. And then the other one is taxes. Now this is technically saving up for taxes. I need to put $75 down for that. So 50 plus 75 is 125. So let's see where we're at there. So we're definitely going to be in the minuses, I think. So 1,105 minus 412.90 leaves us with $692.10. So then we're going to subtract 572. Leaves us with $120.10. Minus 389. So now we're going to switch to red. So now we are in the negative. So minus 125. Okay, so that is what the next paycheck's looking like. Usually, even though I end up in the negatives, once I hit my sinking funds and my extra debt, I usually have enough to cover everything I want. Mainly because my rollovers are usually fairly big because I give myself quite a bit of room with my budget, and I'm also very careful on what I'm spending on. So usually my rollover is pretty good, and then my income can fluctuate, even though this is kind of what I'm budgeting for. Sometimes it's a little bit different. This is just kind of off and it's bothering me. There. So in January, if we flip back to the paychecks here, so I was in the red here by $211, and my rollover for that paycheck was $522. So not too bad. And then I'm sitting pretty good for this paycheck now, and I did put away a just in case because the next paycheck I am in red by $500. So I'm hoping that'll be okay, and I'm hoping I can just keep rolling over into the next one. And then I also figure with my savings every month, I will put that where it needs to go, whether I need to catch up on sinking funds or this or that. Hopefully it'll be going towards debt, but we'll kind of see. So that is it for my forecast for this paycheck, and I will meet you guys back when it's time to do the actual numbers. All right, welcome back. So that was how we figured out this. We are in the red by quite a bit here, but let's see if we can figure this out. I don't think my rollover was quite as big as I needed it to be, but I think we can make it work. Just gonna try to zoom in a little bit here. Maybe, I'm usually not very good at keeping things in frame, but we will try today. So Everything that I use will be listed in the description box below. There's just one link that is organized in kind of different sub-files where you can hopefully find what you're looking for. It may or may not be an affiliate link. I'm not sure if I did that right. I might have to go in and fix that, but eventually it will hopefully be an affiliate link. So I'm just going to use some erasable pens by Parku. I kind of wanted to stick with the pink theme since it's February, the month of love. Why not? So let's work out here. So from Sev, our actual income was, actually I think I want to use this color for my main stuff. So $818.41. So I'm just curious to see how much more that was than what I estimated. Okay, so it's about $33 more, so usually around $20 to $30 more than I estimate for that. And then for job number 2, I haven't gotten paid yet for that one. This morning, my boss for that one is going through some stuff, so I expect to get a payment later. I'm not too worried about it, but I'm assuming it'll be $320 because I really haven't gone over the hours. But, ooh, it's snowing outside. Yucky. Okay. Okay, so then we have our rollover, which I have a rollover of $335.33. Okay, and then I think what I'm gonna start doing, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I get really confused on my cushions. I don't know how to take those out of this. I'm not quite sure how to do them. So I did search the word cushion in at the Budget Moms group on Facebook. So I did find a few different ideas on how people are tracking their cushions and including them in their budgets. And the one that I think I would like to try is this one person said that they put their cushion in their income, but they subtract it. So if you ever wanted to see what your cushion is at, you can just look up here, but then it's not in your workable income. So I'm going to try that. I think that will save a huge headache. So I'm just going to put cushion here. I am sticking with getting rid of my plus cushion. I originally liked the idea of keeping a cushion in each account. However, keeping a cushion in my debit account is just not very feasible because I use that account. So it's hard to make sure I'm keeping money in there. So I'm just going to put it in my basic cushion. I'm going to put it in my basic account because that is where all of my money for my bills stays. So if money gets moved from this account, it's because I'm physically going into that account and moving it around. But other than that, it just stays put. So that'll make it a little bit easier. So, let's see, is that right? Yeah, so that cushion will be up to $50 now. So I'm going to put minus $50 in red here. That way I know. So that is going to be my cushion. I'm not going to include that in my workable income here. So then let's see what we're working with. 818.41 plus 320 plus 335.33 minus $50. So $1,464.33 is what we're working with. Okay, so then let's come down here. So these, I think, for the most part, will stay the same. So we've got landfill tax, we've got our basic fee, our plus fee, Photoshop. That comes off of my debit or my credit card, so I'm going to put that in a different color here. I do want to save for half the benefits because I don't have a whole lot of bills coming out of this paycheck. And then it usually works out where my last paycheck, I have my benefits and my phone payment, which are two of my highest bills. So I like to try and save for my benefits a little bit, just so it doesn't seem like I have so much money going to those two things. Okay, and then we're going to put 0 for the cushions because we're going to do that up here now. So let's see what that is for bills. Right, so that's right. I've gotten in the habit of double checking because if there is a mistake, it saves you in the long run trying to find it. Okay, I would like to bump these up to 70 as per usual. Groceries, I would like to keep that at 200. I think I'd pretty much like to keep all of these the same. Actually, this one will go up to 70, I believe. I don't know if I'm gonna get my nails done within the next 2 weeks. I might hold off till next paycheck. So maybe I'll just save the 35. I think I'll do it that way. 60 for pet. That one will end up staying in the account. So that should equal 600. We'll double check that.
We haven't played.
Let's pull these out here and we'll work out of the book. It's one of the things I like about having the PDF version is I can just pull my pages out whenever I want. It makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so these are all my sinking funds. I think that's right. So these will all stay the same as well, I believe. I didn't end up buying cat food for the cats, so what I usually do is I try and put that in their envelope when I don't use it. Okay, and between the February challenges, I want to save 96. So I believe we kept this all the same, except we just added $60. So I should be able to just take this $389 and add 60 to it. But maybe just to double check, I'll add everything up and make sure that's right. Okay, so that's right there. Okay, Walmart MasterCard, I would like to keep this the same. And then taxes, I need to put away 75, so this will stay the same. Okay, so this is what I would like to do with my money. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so we're gonna start off with $1464.33. Okay, and then we're gonna subtract $312.90. So $1,151.43 left over. Okay, from there we're going to subtract 600. So $551.43. Okay, minus 449. Okay, so we can't quite do this. How much are we short? So about $22 short. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. Okay, so when I end up being short, I usually look at where I can take money from. So right now, debt should be my number one priority, but honestly savings is, because that's how I go into debt, is if I don't save enough. I went into debt by not saving. So savings is my number one priority. Paying off debt is my number two priority. So I really don't want to take from either of these. So I think I'm going to challenge myself for this paycheck, and I am going to, I think I'm going to take 30 from my miscellaneous. Okay, how much were we short again? So 102.43 minus 125. Okay, so I'm going to take $20 from my miscellaneous. So I'm going to change this to 80. Okay, so both of those are going to change. This is going to change, and so will this. Okay, and then $2.57. I think the easiest way to do that is to take that from my groceries, because I have leave some of my groceries in my account, so I don't mind having change, whereas everything else when I pull for cash, I want it to end in either a 5 or a 0 because I don't want to pull loonies and toonies from the bank. I think that's kind of silly. So I'd feel weird going in there and being like, yeah, I need exactly this much and like all of this change, please. No, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go 257. 200 minus $2.57. So our groceries instead is gonna be $197.43. So I think what I'll end up doing is I'll probably just keep the $97.43 in my account and pull 100 in cash. So we'll see if that works. So let's do this up again and see if that fixed our problem. Okay, so then let's take our leftover. So $1,151.43 minus $577.43. So that leaves us with $574. Okay, minus 449 leaves us with exactly 125. And then after paying $50 on my card and then $75 in taxes, that will leave us with 0. So our budget hits 0. I zero-based budget, so every dollar that I have coming in has a place to go. It's got a job. It's going to be doing something or put somewhere. Okay, so I like this. I'm really curious to see how this keeping my cushion up here will affect my closing of my budget and stuff. That'll be a little bit tricky, but I think we can figure it out. With that being done, I'm gonna go through and write down my categories, and then we'll figure out what we need.
No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go.
Alright, so now that I've got all of that down, I'm gonna go through and highlight everything. So first, I'm just going to go through and give my categories their normal colors.
Wastelands through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Alright, so now I have all of my categories highlighted. I've got different colors for my cab, lunch, groceries, food, miscellaneous, beauty, and pet, which are my normal just spending cash envelopes. And then I've got all of my bills in my bill color, and then my sinking funds as well, and then it's the same over here. And then another thing that I like to do is I like to go through and just highlight what's going to be cash, what's going to come from my debit account, and what's going to come from my savings account. So each of those has a different color. So cash is green. So everything that's going to be cash is going to be highlighted green. So cab money, lunch money, half of the groceries, food, miscellaneous, beauty, pet is going to be kept in the account because I will need to buy cat food for sure this time. All of my sinking funds, of course, are going to be pulled out in cash. Okay, and then debit I do in pink. So half of my groceries is going to be debit. My pet is going to be debit. I think everything else is going to be savings, which I do in blue. So I'm going to highlight this cushion as well, so I know that that's in my savings account. So all of these will be in savings. Okay, and this just makes it easier so I can kind of see what's going where. It really helps having it color coded, honestly. Since I started color coding my budget as well, that's been so helpful. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we can go over and write down our denominations. I'm just going to use my black pen for this. So, let's see, we need 70 and 70. For groceries, we need to pull out 100, and then we're going to have 97.43 left in the account. So I like to just put in parentheses here, left in account. So I know that anything in brackets is going to be in my debit account. Okay, so food is 65, 80 for miscellaneous, 35 for beauty. I'm going to put, okay, how did I do this last time? Okay, actually, so we're going to go 197.43 is our total amount that we need. 97 of that's going to be left in the account. Okay, I need $60 for pet. $60 of that is going to be left in my account. Okay, for anniversary, we need $15. Carbon's birthday is 30. Holiday goals is 55. Okay, 23 for the 52-week challenge. 20 for birthdays. Back to school is 15. 20 for vacation. 115 for the expensive little puppy. 60 gets put towards the cat's envelope, and 96 for the February challenges. Okay, I actually like how I did this last time. I just put this down here. I like that it just looks cleaner here, so I'm going to do that. So that's left in account. Okay, so let's add all of this up. Okay, so 1,026.43. Let's add that all up again, make sure it's right. Okay, so that looks right. Okay, and then here we're going to put in our already have, which is, we have $335.33. Okay, so I think my next step is to see where we can put money into. So I'm just going to do up a little bit of a list here. Okay, so after doing that, okay, so I've got have and need, but after doing that, I realized that I forgot my taxes here. So I've got all of my cash envelopes, and then I put all of these down, but I missed taxes. So I gotta write that down as well. And that is $75, and it's a sinking fund. So easy enough, we just gotta take this number and add 75. So 1026.43 plus 75. Okay, so that is the new total. So 1,101.43. Alright, so this is what we have. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would like to keep $10 in my cab money. Let's see if we can. Use this as kind of a reference to kind of see where we can put money where it needs to go. So let's start with the 5s. I think the easiest way to do this is to just put money where we can. So like smaller amounts, back to school needs 15. So there's back to school right there. So back to school, we have $15. We need 0. Back to school is covered. Okay, anything else on the smaller side? So anniversary also needs 15. So there's 15. Anniversary, we have 15, so we need 0. Let's see. Birthdays, we need, maybe let's do 2 10s for birthdays instead. So birthdays, we need 20. So we have 20, we need 0. Okay, vacation, we also need 20. So have 20, don't need anything. Okay, 52-week challenge, we need 23. So 10, 20. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Carbon's birthday, we need 30. Okay, so February's challenges, I need 96. So there's the 6. See, February challenges. So we have $6, so we need 90 still. Okay, holiday goals, we need 55. So we have 5, still need 50. Okay, so puppy, we need 115. So we've got 15. Just need 100. Can I put, okay, for the cats, we need $60. So I can say we've got 10, so we need 50. Okay, so then all we've got left is change. Change always messes me up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so say we have $5 for cab money, so we still need 65. Okay, I really don't like having change like this. I usually put it in towards my groceries. Sometimes it's a little bit confusing, but I think that might be what we have to do. Okay, so I'm gonna say we've got $3.35 for groceries.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
Okay. So let's figure this out. So this should just be cash. That's not right. This should be $167.35. This takes me a little bit to figure out. So we need this to end in 35. Oops. Not $35. I meant 35 cents. We need this to end in 35 cents. So I'm going to put this at 103.35. So then if we go 200 minus the 103.35, so that should be 96.65 left in the account. I think I did that right. I guess we'll find out. So 96.65 in the account. So that still keeps our budgeted amount at 200, so we don't have to change anything, but then that also should balance everything out. I'm gonna have to re-add these here. But then I guess we'll find out if it worked. Okay, so 947.35 is the total that we need. I decided to just keep my account amounts here, and this is all cash. This is what I need in cash, so I'm not going to worry about that. I don't know why I was doing that. So if we go 947.35 minus 167.35, perfect. So that gives us an exact number. I need my numbers to not have change in them, and I want them to end in a 0 or a 5. So there's absolutely no change whatsoever. So that 780 should be what our cash denominations add up to. So let's go ahead and do that now.
Turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon. Turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways.
So let's see if that's right. So we need $200 bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 50s. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. So that would be 200. 300. 160. That one will be 50. And this will be 70. So that should equal, I believe, 780. Let's find out. I think that was the number. So 200 plus 300 plus 160 plus 50 plus 70. So 780. Just gonna make the square black, and then the total minus what we already have should equal this. So 947.35 minus 167.35 equals 780. So that is perfect there. And then another step that I have to do in my budget, and not everybody will have to do this, is I have to go through and figure out what I need to leave in my debit account for my bills. Okay, so for my second job, I don't always get the money right away. I get paid through PayPal. So sometimes I'll get it the same day, but sometimes I don't get it till like the following Monday. So I've got to make sure that I'm careful with my money, because I do need to go and pull money today because I work tomorrow. So I need to have my funds sorted by then. So I go through and just figure out what all is going to be getting paid with basically my savings account, because that's where that money gets transferred into. So this is just what gets paid with job number 2's money. And then in brackets here, I'm just going to put 320 because that's how much that money is. So basically then I'm going to refer to my budget here, and I'm going to see what, and this is why it's nice to have things highlighted. I'm going to see what comes out in my savings account. So everything that's blue is going to be in that savings account. So then I just transfer that information here. So I've got my land tax. So that's $125, and I just put a little box here so I can check it off throughout the month. Let's see, and I messed up here because my plus fee does not come out of my savings account. This stays in my debit account because it's going to come out of my debit account. Okay, so then I've got my basic fee, which is $3.95. Okay, Photoshop. So that's $31 roughly. Okay, so half of the benefits needs to stay in here. think the only other thing I've got is my Walmart MasterCard. So that's 50, and then my cushion, technically. I think I should list that too here. And that is also 50. Okay, so that's everything that comes out of this account. So I'm going to add that up. Okay, so that equals $401.95. Just going to double check that. Okay, so that's accurate. Okay, so now I can figure out how much I need to keep in this account, which will in turn help me figure out how much I can move to my debit account, which is the account that I pull money from. So I need to keep and can move. Okay, so just gotta look at my accounts to figure this out. Okay, so I'm gonna take this number here, so 401.95, and I'm gonna subtract 320 from that. That is how much I need to keep in this account. So I need to keep $81.95 in that account. Because if we keep that money in there and then we get the 320 eventually, that is going to equal up to the amount that we need to keep in there. So then I take the amount that's actually in there right now, so $861.32, and I am going to subtract the $81.95, and this should give me how much I can move. So I can move $779.37 to my plus account, which is my debit account, or checking as most people call it. I just call it debit account, debit card. Okay, so I just like to do this way I can see how much I need, and that way I don't screw myself over in the long run. So now I know I can move this much money into my other account, and I know I will have enough in my savings account to pay my bills once this money comes in. Okay, so I messed up, of course, right at the very beginning too. Always double check your numbers. It's the biggest tip I can give you guys. So what I did was I went through, so I've got $125.07 in my bank account right now. So I'm going to add the $779.37 that I'm going to move in there. So this will give my total of my debit account. So I'm going to subtract the money that I'm going to be taking out. So that's what's going to be left in my debit account. And that number does not look right to me. So I need $96.65 in there for my groceries. So subtract that. I need $60 in there for cat food. Subtract that. I need $10.95 in there for my basic fees. So that leaves me with like minus $49. So we're like close to minus $50. So I was trying to figure out what I did wrong, and I went back to up here. So we have our $818.41 from Sev. We're going to add $320 from job number 2, plus our rollover, $335.33. That equals $1,473.74. That is way too close to this. We needed to subtract $50. So that actually gives me $1,423.74. So that number was wrong. So I need to fix that. I should have double checked that to beginning in the beginning. I only counted that once. Always make sure you're double checking, because I could have avoided all of this, because now I have to rework something in here because we're not going to have enough. So that is our actual income total. So we have to subtract the $312.90 from our bills. So that leaves us with $1,110.84. Okay, and I'm just going to go through, so this is right, I'm going to go through and subtract everything else to see how much we're still short, and then fix it. also kept this at 200 when we did our groceries too. So that's, oh, this is a mess. Just when I thought we were getting this. I'm just gonna bring groceries down to an even, I'm gonna say 183.35. Because I'm accounting for that $3.35 here. So I'm gonna go 183.35. So that's gonna be our budget for groceries. Okay, so now let's take our $1,110.84. We're gonna subtract 563.35. Okay, minus 449. Minus 125. So we are still $26 short. Okay, I really don't want to take away from my debt payments or my sinking funds. I really don't. Okay, so I'm going to take $10 away from lunch. So lunch is now going to be 60. So we're going to add 10 to this. I'm going to take away another 10 from miscellaneous, so this is going to be 70. And then I'm going to take away another $6.51 from grocery, because we usually don't spend all of it in grocery, and we still have quite a bit in the house, so I think I can manage that. So 183.35 minus $6.51. Okay, so new total 176.84. Okay, let's add that up and see what it equals up to. So 70 plus 60 plus 176.84 plus 65 plus 70 plus 35 plus 60. So 536.84. Let's double check. Okay, that's accurate. These didn't change, so we don't have to worry about those. So we're going to minus our 536.84. So it'll give us $574. Minus our 449 should leave us with 125. Okay, so unfortunately that does mess us up slightly here. Okay, so we changed lunch, miscellaneous, and groceries. So let's see. Lunch, miscellaneous, and groceries. So we should be okay there. Let's just get rid of all of this. And then this as well. Okay, so now lunch is at 60. And groceries will be changing, and then miscellaneous as well. So miscellaneous is at 70. Okay, so groceries, we've got $176.84. Okay, so we're going to subtract the $3.35. I want this to end in $3.35, just like before, so minus $3.35. Okay, so that leaves us with $173.49 to split between the two accounts. So I think I'm gonna pull out 120. So let's do minus 120. So that's gonna leave $53.49 in the account, if that's right. So $53.49 plus $123.35 equals $176.84. So that should work, I think. Okay, so 884.35 minus 167.35. That leaves us with a number I don't like. Okay, so let's put this to 55. And I think this is going to mess me up, but let's bump this down to 121. So 945.35 minus 167.35. Okay, that still didn't make much of a difference. Can't be right. It's giving me the same numbers. I'm so confused. Okay.
Sleep till I come home. Dream of something sweet.
All right, well, that makes no sense to me whatsoever, but I just added that up like 3 times and it's still saying it's 947.35. So, okay, so before I go through and redo all of this, because I'm very confused on how that number went back to being the same, even though I changed everything here. So let's see, I've got 125.07 in my account. If we add the 779 that I should be able to transfer, that should equal 904. So we're going to subtract the 780, I guess, that it says that we can pull out, and this is the exact same problem, so I really don't know what the heck is going on. So minus 53.49 minus 60, 1095. Okay, so that's actually right. How did that just happen? This makes no sense to me whatsoever. I don't understand. Okay. Well, it's adding up now at least, so problem solved. Okay, so we didn't touch cab, that shouldn't have to change, but just to save myself the hassle, I'm just going to double check and go through everything again.
I will be there soon to wake you so discreet.
So these numbers will actually all be the same, I think. So we need 2 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that changed. Before we only had 8, now we need 9. Here I think we only had 5. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we've got 3. Oh, that's right, because we did change here. Okay, okay. So 11, 12, 13, 14. So this goes to 200, this stays at 300, I believe. Yep, so 9 times 20, so this one changed. This went from 160 to 180. And this one, it's hard to tell what that was. I think that was 50, and now we're going down to 30. Yeah, so basically like move $20 here to here. So, okay, that makes sense. And then 14 times 5 is 70. Add all of these up. 180 plus 300 plus 200 equals $780. Okay, let's just do this one more time just to make sure, because it made me a little gun shy, to be honest. So 125 plus the 779 that we're moving equals 904 minus the 780. Okay, minus the $53.49 for groceries, minus the $60 for cat food equals our plus bank fee, so that's good. So that would technically zero this account down. However, I don't usually spend all of my groceries in my debit account. I'll usually spend cash first for groceries, and then I'll usually end up with like a little bit of a cushion from my groceries in my debit account. I don't usually touch it too much, at least. So okay, so that is adding up now. So I feel a little bit more confident that this worked out. It was a little bit more chaotic than last time, but again, if I had double checked my numbers, it would not have been so bad. So definitely key advice here, always check your numbers. So let's write that down. I'm like the type of person where I don't like double checking my numbers because it feels like I'm wasting time, but I've learned that it actually sometimes saves you time, because if I had double checked my numbers, I wouldn't have to go through and rework everything. So lesson learned. Well played, budget. Well played. Okay, so I think that's it. I'm just gonna fill out my slip. All right, so now I've got my slip filled to take to the bank to pull money out, and then hopefully, if everything goes as planned, on Monday I will have, on Tuesday. On Tuesday I will have a cash envelope stuffing video up for you guys. So if you liked this video, would you please give it a thumbs up? And if you're interested in watching my cash envelope stuffing video, feel free to subscribe and ring the notification bell if you have not already. I would greatly appreciate it. So that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, I hope to see you next time. All right, guys, take care. Bye.